Hi everyone, it's Smitha, Glam Smitty on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I have a really exciting launch that I'm going to be talking about today, which is the Terra Moons Spring 2023 launch. And this is my first time doing a video about a Terra Moons launch before it comes out. I usually have just been posting on Instagram, but I've really felt a need for putting content like this on YouTube as well. I know that there's people that really like to hear more about products in depth, sort of in a talk fashion. And so that was, the motivation for doing this video. Anyway, if for anyone that follows me on Instagram, I'm a huge single shadow lover, and in particular, Terra Moons is very tried and true for me. I've been using Terra Moons for years at this point, and I find that, I'm constantly reaching for Terra Moons. I think one thing that is really cool about Terra Moons is that you get such a variety in not only the shades, but also the textures of the various shiny shadows. So you can really get shadows with a very smooth finish to shadows with a really intense flaky finish. And you can find something that's for you without a doubt. So I definitely feel that is true for this spring launch as well. But anyway, I'll try not to ramble too much. We have 16 shadows coming out in this launch. And the breakdown is there are 5 that are duochrome shadows, 4 that are shimmers. I hope I got this right. And the rest, 7, are multichromes, but of those 7, 2 are what are considered chameleon shadows, and 5 are sort of the more extreme multichrome. Anyway, so there's definitely something in this launch for everyone, be it degree of shiftiness you're looking for, or the the price range you're looking for, the texture that you're looking for. So I think that a lot of people will find this to be a really exciting launch, and without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and get into showing you eye swatches, macro shots, and swatches on the back of my hand with some context for other Terra Moon shadows that have come out in the past. So I hope that this video is helpful, and yeah, feel free to leave me some feedback down in the comments. First, we have Halley's Comet, which is a duochrome shadow. It's similar in texture and finish to Celestial Petal. Next, we have Proxima, which is an extreme multichrome. This shadow is literally like fire. Next, we have Sirius, which is an orange shimmer. Winter Sun is another extreme multichrome. Rhea is a blue duochrome shadow. I love the silvery golden shift in this one. Calypso is a blue duochrome with a purple shift. Adhara is a beautiful blurple shimmer. Dione is a periwinkle shimmer. Enceladus is an extreme multichrome. Serpens is a lime to yellow shifting duochrome shadow. Castor is a true chartreuse shimmer. Pollux is a chameleon multichrome shadow. Love the red shift in this one. Milky Way is this beautiful grungy chameleon shadow. It reminds me a bit of Protostar. Pistol Star is what I'm calling the Cosmos of 2023. Rosette is a pink duochrome shadow. It has purple and blue shifts, is what I'm seeing. Iris is an extreme multichrome, and it reminds me in texture and finish of Sublunar. So I'm starting off with Halley's Comet, which is a duochrome shadow, and I compared it to two previous shadows from Terra Moons, or they're still available, but from previous launches. Right underneath is Celestial Petal, which is also a duochrome shadow, and then underneath that is Terrestrial. And both Celestial Petal and Terrestrial are from spring release last year. Next we have Proxima on top, which is from the new release. It's a multichrome shadow. And underneath is Martian Dust from last summer. And then underneath that is Aurora Australis. Proxima to me looks like it has a lighter base and a little more orange. And the shift is also different. It has more of a kind of a yellow shift, while the other two have a bit more of a green shift to my eye. Next we have the kind of orange peachy shimmer shadow called Sirius, and I don't actually have a shade like this from Terra Moons, so I did not put other shades underneath it. Next we have Winter Sun, which is a multichrome shadow, and I compared it to Venus, which is a gray base multichrome from probably a couple years ago. They are totally different in texture especially, and I think in terms of like intensity on the eye, you're gonna get a little more intensity because of this texture difference with Winter Sun than Venus, and you know, the shades are different, but I do think they are comparable. Next we have Rhea on top, and then and Rhea is a duochrome shadow, and then underneath that is Orion's Belt and Star Sign, which is a duochrome underneath that. I do think that it is pretty different from the other two, but just for the sake of finding another couple of blues to put it next to for context sake, I have them there. Next we have Calypso, which is a duochrome shadow, and Star Sign underneath. Next we have Adhara, which is on top, and Dione. These are both shimmer shadows, and I don't have many shimmer shadows from Terra Moons, so this is pretty cool, and these are absolutely beautiful. And I know people have really been wanting to see more shimmer shadows from Terra Moons, so I think this is great. Next we have Enceladus on top. It's a multichrome shadow. Underneath is Half Moon, and then Supernova underneath that. Next we have Castor, which is a shimmer shadow. Underneath that is Neutron Star, underneath that is Phases, and then underneath that is Coalescence. And again, the bottom three shadows are from the spring 2022 release. Next we have Serpens, which is a duochrome. Underneath that is Moon Mist. And then Phases and Neutron Star. And all of those three shadows underneath Serpens are from the spring release of 2022. Next we have Pollux, which is a chameleon shadow. Underneath that is Coalescence. And then underneath that is Lightspeed. And Coalescence and Lightspeed are also from the spring releases in 2022. Next is Milky Way, which is also a chameleon shadow. Underneath that is Protostar, which is from the summer 2022 release. And then underneath that is Zenith. And that, I believe, is from the most recent release, the winter 2022 release. They all have a really nice kind of grungy quality. Definitely different, but kind of similar vibes. Next we have Pistol Star, which is a multichrome. Underneath that is Moonshine from the winter 2022 release, Oppie, winter 2022 release, and the Cosmos. I would say there are definitely some texture similarities between Pistol Star and the Cosmos, but they are definitely different shades. A little bit more kind of like blue silvery shifts in Pistol Star compared to the Cosmos. Next is Rosette, which is a duochrome shadow. Underneath that is Prism Skies from the fall 2022 release, and then Veil Nebula, which I believe is from fall 2021. And then last is Iris, which is a multichrome shadow, and underneath it is Sublunar, and Sublunar is from the fall 2022 release. I would say Iris definitely has more base pigment in it, but similar textures and similar vibes. All right, so now that we've had a chance to go through everything, I hope that you found this video to be helpful. By the way, for anyone curious, I have Pistol Star on my eyes, and I definitely think that this shade is going to be the Cosmos of 2023. So definitely feel like this is going to be an iconic shade, a crowd favorite for sure. So anyway, like I said before, definitely leave me feedback about if you liked this style of video down below, and I'm hoping to do some other upcoming releases in a similar fashion to this. So I would definitely love if you subscribed. Anyway, I hope that this video was helpful, and thank you so much for joining. So hope to see you next time. Bye.